Mr. Beast earned $24 million according to a Forbes 2020 report. This makes him the second highest earning YouTuber in the world. On this channel, we analyze today's best YouTubers and provide key takeaways to up your content game to rival the best. So, how did Mr. Beast do it? How did a 22-year-old college dropout become the top US creator on YouTube? Is there some secret to his strategies? And if there does lie some strategy under all this, what can we learn from it? To find out how Mr. Beast keeps coming up with one viral video after another, we got our hands on everything Mr. Beast. Every interview, video, article, and blog post related to Mr. Beast we could find, we read, watched, and analyzed. After 2 weeks of extensive research, we found 6 strategies that most people don't realize about the creator. 6 infinity stones that made Mr. Beast the YouTube genius he is. What are they? Well, let's dive right in. Formula to go viral. Mr. Beast provided an explanation in the simplest terms on how to crack the YouTube algorithm and use it to your advantage. During an interview with Creator Studio, Mr. Beast talked about the 2 things you need to do to be successful on YouTube.
If people are clicking your video more than they click other videos and they're watching it longer than they watch other videos, I just, as simplistic as that is, that's like what YouTube wants. And I think that's how you just, be successful.
To understand Mr. Beast's blueprint of success, we need to go behind the scenes and look at how Mr. Beast does what he does and how a viral video is born. Mr. Beast starts the creation process by tackling one of the most challenging parts faced by most YouTubers, coming up with killer content. And not just any content. Mr. Beast doesn't do normal, boring, everyday content. In the case of Mr. Beast, all the content must be top-notch. Here is how he makes every video a potential trendsetter, a new viral internet sensation. 1. Evergreen content. Mr. Beast creates evergreen content that keeps going viral forever. By not relying on passing trends and fads, he stops his videos from becoming obsolete and boring once the trend passes. His videos will be just as entertaining 5 years from now as they are today. 2. Value wins. In the highly competitive and cutthroat world of YouTube, he who brings the most value wins. Mr. Beast understands this. His videos are jam-packed and filled to the brim with entertainment value right from the very start. The video starts and you have pure, raw entertainment just oozing out. His attention-grabbing stunts and universally appealing humor make him likable and give his fans a personality they can drool over. So, how can we as content creators come up with ideas that are just as captivating? Well, some of the best work on YouTube comes from adapting on existing ideas. The idea is to look at the best content creators, find trending topics, and then make a video like no others exist on the subject. The beauty of this strategy is that the source of the ideas doesn't even have to come from the niche you are in. This strategy, which is sometimes called trend jacking, works because you are riding the wave of popular content to get a lift from an idea that has already proved its worth in the eyes of the audience. Remember, trend jacking is not about imitation, it's about innovation. If you decide to run with this strategy, make sure your video is transformative and complies with the fair use guidelines. Now you've generated an original take on a popular topic, a killer content strategy. The next step is to get the most people to click your thumbnail. Mr. Beast is a pro when it comes to creating clickable thumbnails and titles because he creates content that is interesting and that people want to watch. That's the key. Interesting, creative ideas and content come first, followed by the catchy thumbnail and title, not vice versa. Cool, captivating thumbnails and titles are much easier to formulate and, more importantly, live up to if the foundational brick of choosing a great idea has been laid down in the first place. We've all heard that true beauty is on the inside, and it's what's inside that matters. Well, this is true for your YouTube content too. You can't expect success on such a competitive platform if your thumbnails don't live up to the content. Think of it this way. A good thumbnail does not make up for poor content. It only signals to the algorithm to accelerate your video into obscurity. If your video is boring, then your thumbnail isn't going to make much of a difference. The thumbnail brought them to the video, but your content is what makes them stay. Don't get us wrong. YouTube strategy is crucial. You must use the appropriate fonts, consistent colors, branding, and compelling designs for your YouTube channel to attract attention. But at the end of the day, or in this case, video, creativity is what matters. This brings us to our second premise question. How does Mr. Beast get his viewers to watch his videos more than the other person's? Increasing your watch time. Now that you have great content, it's time to make it more attractive and appealing. After all, even the world's most beautiful models need a touch-up with makeup. YouTube's seduction game is no different. Here's some things MrBeast does to charm viewers and generate astronomical numbers of views. 1. Edit to enthrall. MrBeast spends hours to make sure that his viewers don't get bored for even seconds. All dull and uninteresting parts of the video are cut out to help bring the more noteworthy parts into the spotlight. This is further complemented by making sure he is not over-explaining himself. Just look at his short and juicy, to-the-point intros, where he gives the viewer what is important to them as quickly and precisely as possible. 2. Algorithm hack. MrBeast blows his competition out of the water by making his videos slightly longer than the commonly found 10-minute videos. At the end of the day, watch time is what really matters to the algorithm, and his longer-than-average videos are what help him generate that watch time. The key is to provide more entertainment without sacrificing quality. 3. Retention strategies. MrBeast knows how to keep his audience excited by providing them with an incentive to watch till the end. He'll commonly let his fans know at the beginning of the video something he's going to give away at the end of the video, or explain what he'll be doing later, which hooks the audience's attention. We can see this in one of his videos where he starts by giving a penny as a tip and gradually increases the amount of the tips to eventually build up to the climactic moment of the $10,000 giveaway. 4. Content is like vegetables. Fresh is best. MrBeast understands the importance of keeping things fresh and his viewers on the edge by continually changing scenes. He keeps you visually stimulated by switching between different camera angles and by introducing a variety of B-roll footage. These are all tried, tested, and proven retention strategies, which are also used by a million other YouTubers, right? So why is MrBeast at the top in the spotlight, while others remain in total and utter obscurity? Growth stage where things go truly viral. MrBeast creates bomb content. Yes, but that's not all he focuses on. He's also a marketing ninja for his channel. MrBeast has gained universal recognition for his win-win ventures that are on steroids. Finding ways that will benefit the world and at the same time bring him massive promotional opportunities is how he rolls. There are 3 ways how he essentially accomplishes this. The first is by leveraging the power of generosity. Chances are you already know that MrBeast's name is synonymous with philanthropy. You see, you don't need to spend on marketing directly. What MrBeast spends on his video content is indirectly his marketing budget. The main purpose of the marketing budget is to get more viewers, and he has found a way to combine his marketing budget and video budget. From his early days on YouTube, when he gave away $10,000 to a random homeless person, to the more recent $20 million, to helping to raise an effort to plant trees, MrBeast has been able to get influencers to promote him under the title of philanthropy. By helping MrBeast spread his philanthropic message, it creates a win-win for MrBeast and the channels and creators that support him. This was a brilliant marketing move on the part of MrBeast, as other big names also got behind the Team Trees project. According to Business Insider, more than 600 influencers swamped social media and YouTube with videos and posts to bring awareness to his tree planting effort. Elon Musk, Jeffree Star, and the YouTube CEO are just some of the notable celebrities that contributed to the Team Trees project. At this point, you're probably thinking to yourself that this is all well and good, but where am I going to find influencers or a slew of high-profile business names to promote my own channel? The answer? Forging collaborations with other creators who are in a similar niche and have a similar channel size. The key when reaching out to these creators is to know and realize that having consistent content on your channel is more important than the size of your subscriber count. Speaking of other creators, this is a good time to mention the second key factor in MrBeast's success: leveraging the power of another's audience. One of the best ways to grow an audience is to ethically borrow from someone else's. Take, for example, MrBeast's videos that were created to help promote fellow celebrity YouTuber PewDiePie. These 3 videos combined have amassed him a mind-blowing 101 million views. It's not a stretch to come to the conclusion that a number of those views on MrBeast's videos came from PewDiePie fans. And while everyone is focusing on social media and new tech, MrBeast is cashing in on old-school marketing and using it to his advantage. This brings us to MrBeast's third marketing strategy: leveraging the power of traditional press. Being featured on TV or any such form of press, you have the potential to expose your brand and channel to millions and millions of new people. MrBeast maximizes his campaigns by soliciting any form of press coverage. For instance, take a look at this video: ordering water, then tipping $30,000. This video gained global press coverage. You simply just can't buy this kind of marketing exposure. Listen to what Mr. Beast had to say about the response he got on this video.
Funny story, we recorded this video a few days ago, and since then a ton of news stations have picked this up and ran stories on this. We were on the front page of Fox News, Sky News, all these different news stations were covering it. Snapchat covered it. We were on Indian national television, and just so many news stations picked up this story about me ordering 2 waters and then leaving a $10,000 tip.
To grow your own channel, think of how you can provide newsworthy stories that are educational, entertaining, or just interesting in nature, which you can then pitch to the media and make it impossible for them to let it go. It's worth the effort because you don't have to spend anything to earn publicity, and people trust the media more than advertising. So, with all that money that's rolling in, what does Mr. Beast spend it on? The answer may surprise you. 4. Reinvesting is the key to growth. We've all heard the phrase, you gotta spend money to make money. No one knows this better than Mr. Beast. His exponential growth is due in large part to the massive reinvesting he puts back into his business. His mindset is to invest every dollar he makes back into creating better videos. This genius strategy has resulted in his rapid growth, which has left any copycat competitors in the dust. Mr. Beast follows a proven reinvesting strategy which is based on an idea called the flywheel effect. This business concept has helped propel giants like Amazon, Uber, and even YouTube to where they are today. So, how does this work? The more you invest back, the better your videos get. This in turn makes your fan base grow, creating a snowball-like effect. Great videos and a large user base are what attracts bigger sponsors and advertisers, which further fuels more investing, and the self-perpetuating cycle keeps repeating itself, taking the business to bigger and bigger levels. Just like a flywheel, every time one aspect of the business gets better, it spins faster, which in turn increases its momentum. Kind of like a car going down a slope getting faster and faster. This strategy helped Mr. Beast quickly climb the ranks to YouTube royalty. While he shares fame and success with other YouTube elites, there is one thing that separates Mr. Beast from other YouTube megastars. 5. Making a stronger connection with his audience. In a world where most YouTube stars feel like they're untouchable gods, Mr. Beast connects with his audience by showing empathy for those around him and reminding them that he is just a normal person with dreams and goals like them. There's a reason he doesn't flaunt private jets or Lambos in his videos. He has this uncanny knack of making people feel like he gets them by putting himself in their shoes. This not only connects him to his fans, but allows him to predict and judge how fans will perceive and react to his videos before they're even launched. You may be saying to yourself, but I don't have all the qualities Mr. Beast has. And that's okay. Remember that on YouTube, there is enough of an audience that anybody can find people they connect with. You too can find people that you share a connection with. Still think you need help with having likable qualities and a personality people connect with? Bring more people on your team who share similar characteristics. This is what we will talk about in the next section. 6. Assembling an all-star team. Mr. Beast knows that the bottom line is that you will never get successful quickly all by yourself. So he reached out and recruited full-time help of his childhood friends Chris and Chandler. Like Mr. Beast, Chris and Chandler are someone fans find they can relate to. Their down-to-earth and approachable attitude makes fans feel like they're a part of the squad. This keeps fans hungry for more of their content. Fans look at Chris and Chandler and see friends. They see people who are just like them and who they can connect with. Can't afford to have a full-time staff on your team like Mr. Beast does? You can build your team by hiring inexpensive freelancers from sites like Fiverr. Consider outsourcing anything you don't like doing or aren't good at, so you can better focus on the more important things that you are good at. Here's some tips on how to hire the best freelancers. A tip is to start your search by contacting brand new freelancers, or sellers as they're called on Fiverr. Remember, on Fiverr, new doesn't mean inexperienced. There is a hidden talent in these people as they are eager to make a name for themselves and prove their worth. To find these gems, you'll need to interview several candidates to determine who communicates well, has the experience, and is willing to work at the price you want. This is a good moment to turn it over to you guys. Let us know in the comment section what strategies you have come across on YouTube that you admire, and what kind of genres would you like to see pop up more. We rise by lifting others. Comment your suggestions so others can find inspiration and grow their channel too. That's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.